Oh my God. Y'all, I am on freaking pins and needles. There is a YouTuber by the name of JLR Investigates who is live on the scene. And child, he is downtown at Nancy Guthrie's house. And he is looking at police presence being there, right? Okay. So from what I can deduce from what I've seen so far, is he is on the scene at the house. He is saying that they got there early in the morning, right, y'all? He is right there. He's there right now. He said that, so from what I have been seeing so far, is that he is sort of shares and everybody come up. There's news reporters on the scene. They are back at the house. He said they went and got a metal detector and they are back on the premises at Nancy Guthrie's house. Oh my God. What do y'all think that is about? They are on the scene. Sheriffs, well, it looks like people from the sheriff's office. Right now, we're just looking to see if they discover anything. He said that there are drones in the vicinity, flying everywhere, right? Let me see what he's saying. Why are they back at the house? Do y'all think that she is on the property? It looks like there's people in the comments section saying that they probably have the metal detector because they think that maybe they checking the septic tanks. How big is a septic tank? Yeah, he just said that. He just said people think that if they looking in the septic tank. How big is a septic tank? That you can stuff a body in a septic tank? I'm on pins and needles. I need to be somewhere. I am on pins and freaking needles. If you are not watching JLR, he said they guarding the street. He said right now it's two individuals that are back there. Oh my God, what are they saying? Why are they back at the home? Why do y'all think they back at the home? Oh my God. So people are supposing, he's saying right now that people are supposing that they're looking for a pacemaker, pacemaker, whatever. But why would they be looking for that? Wouldn't that mean that they didn't cut it out of her body? How can you take a pacemaker off of somebody? How can you do that? You can't. Isn't that inside your body? Or like, don't they put that in your body? So he's saying that people are saying that They see a deputy going in a hole. Where's a pacemaker? Can you take a pacemaker out? Yes. Oh my God. Google is saying yes. A pacemaker can be removed, but it's complex, high risk surgical. Oh, it's a surgical procedure, typically reserved for cases of infection, malfunction, or when the device is no longer needed. Okay. Um, the process, often called lead extraction, involves removing both the pulse generator and the wires leads from the heart, which may okay. I gotta calm down. Ain't no way in the world they out there digging in a hole trying to find a pacemaker. That changes the whole ball game. Haven't they been out to the home? Didn't they? Wasn't it a crime scene? Did it wasn't a crime scene? Did it was a crime scene again? Did it wasn't a crime scene? Like, why are they back at the house? Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm on pins and needles. Yes. Y'all, I'm on pins and freaking needles. Are y'all? This is the YouTube channel. This is the YouTube channel where he is currently live right now. There is law officials at the property, and he is giving us a play-by-play, a blow-by-blow. He's been out there now for about, I don't know, at least I know daggone an hour. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I feel nauseated. I absolutely feel nauseated. Someone did tell me to go to another channel. I went to the channel. Let me see if I can give y'all what the name of the channel was that y'all suggested that I go to. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Oh my God. Y'all told me to go to, is it Ashley Banfield? So I did go to her page that y'all told me to go to, and someone said downtown in the comments section that she has been getting backlash. It appears that she's been getting backlash because it appears, and I'm not really sure. Okay, wait a minute. We got some action. He was there last night too. Oh my God. The family does need some answers. I'm praying for them. What is it that they did not find the first time? What is it that they didn't find the first time when they went? How many times are they going back out here to this? Jesus. Okay, so earlier, as we continue to watch, so earlier, so they saying, so he just reported that is being circulated. I don't know if it's on X, YouTube. They're looking, he said, at a septic tank, he believes, in between the homes. And that they're looking to see whether or not there is a well on the premises. Now, this is, just people speculating. This isn't, him saying it. But oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, boo. You said you've been watching him since yesterday? Yes, Wendy. Wendy said it's weird they're back at the home. Okay. How big is a septic tank? It's got to be huge for a human being to be able to go down. I guess I don't know anything about plumbing or water sources or nothing like that. But how in the big? Hey, baby Philly Fox. Y'all, what in the world? God. No way, y'all. No way. No way. A septic tank is huge. Y'all, just no. Y'all know. Y'all know. Oh, this woman is not. No. No, no, no. Huge. A septic is huge. So let me just say this. Okay. So people have been someone had dropped in my comments earlier when we were live, and they were talking about Ashley Banfield getting backlash. I didn't know what that was because, of course, today I just came out. We're going down a rabbit hole with this. So it appears that journalist Ashley Banfield is facing significant backlash, primarily because of how she's publicly discussed the ongoing disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old mother of NBC's Savannah Guthrie. Here's why people, including law enforcement and other journalists, are criticizing her coverage. Okay. So in the parade, it says that um, Nancy mother remains missing after a reported Tucson abduction. This sheriff is fine. Journalist Ashley Banfield. Okay, so they said the month started off quite the shocking note with the news of disappearances of Nancy Guthrie. Let me see why. I don't need to read all this. So they say that Ashley, along with her has worked for several major television networks as a journalist and TV host, including CNN, MSNBC, ABC News, HLN, and Court TV. She most recently worked for News Nation. Her career coverage has spanned on the ground reporting of global events. I don't need to know all her background. I don't give a about none of that. Like, I seriously don't. So they said that it was on the Drop This Serious with Ashley Banfield podcast that she made a controversial claim about Nancy's disappearance. I gotta calm down. I'm on edge, y'all. I gotta calm down. Oh my God. On February 3rd, Ashley weighed in on the disturbing case and reported that a high level source in law enforcement told her that Tomaso, the husband of Nancy Guthrie's daughter Annie and brother in law of Savannah, was involved in Nancy's kidnapping. In quotes, it says, and this is coming from the parade.com. In quotes, it says, there is some connection to Annie Guthrie's car and Nancy Guthrie's son in law that would be Annie's husband. And my law enforcement source tells me that Tomaso is a prime suspect in the case. The Pima County Sheriff's Department pushed back on what Ashley reported, saying that investigators had not yet even identified a suspect or a person of interest in this case. However, Ashley doubled down on her. She doubled down on her podcast claims, appearing on the Ryan Gorman Show podcast on Wednesday to discuss her exclusive reporting on the case. In quotes, it says, I know that the sheriff is pushing back today and they haven't named publicly a person of interest, but that doesn't mean that within the departments, all the departments that are working on this, that's not who they may be looking at the time, she explained. The journalist did add that police are continuing to investigate potential suspects and leads before making any arrests. So just the fact that somebody has targeted or thinks someone may be a prime suspect does not mean there is an arrest that's imminent, she said. So she came out with her stuff from a source. You know, the thing about it is, I ain't saying she don't have no source. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going after the lady. I don't even know who she is. But anybody and everybody can say I have a source. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Anybody can be going around talking about my source told me. Now let me see how big a septic tank is. How big is a septic tank? Can a adult body fit into into it? I'm barely breathing. I'm barely breathing. I know you lying. I know you freaking lying. Denise answered. A news reporter said the original ransom note says that the only chance to get Nancy back alive was to pay the ransom by the due date that passed. Well, they had two due dates, right? Because one of them is tomorrow. One of the due dates is tomorrow. Oh my God, Miss Nancy. Oh my God, Miss Nancy. Oh, Molly said, FJ. She said, F them. Oh, is there something going on with him? The septic tank I had was huge, and my house was 1K square feet. These are drains too that are dug. Pacemakers might have metal in them that a metal detector could find. They got us talking about bodies and septic tanks. This is not on the bingo card at all. And it ain't on a bingo card for me not to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be out the house, out the door. So I looked it up and I asked about a septic tank, right? Ooh, I feel like I'm a throw up. How big is a septic tank? Y'all, this lady ain't in no septic tank. I like, how could her family be looking at this? If I was them, I would have everything off because these speculations and all this stuff that's he down here on the scene live. What you saying, Jenny? Harvey from TMZ said that the ransom note had details that no one would know unless they actually had Miss Nancy. He thinks it what might be legit. When Savannah said in one of her last messages, "We want to celebrate her," I'm afraid she meant celebration of life. I've heard that. Miss B said it seems that somebody right in the neighborhood walked that woman right into one of their houses. She might be next door. Megan Child JLR is a YouTuber, is live right now down at Nancy Guthrie's house, and it appears that they have more police that are back on the scene. People are speculating, according to him, maybe his comments and on X, that they believe that they are going in check they believe that they are going into the septic tank. Now, I pulled up how big is the septic tank. Let me see. Done. Okay, so let me see if I can get that septic tank up on the screen. Oh, God. So this is a septic tank. Do I got a septic tank on my property? So this is a septic tank, y'all. I'm showing y'all this for a reason. So when I asked ChatGPT and Google, can somebody fit in it? They said yes. Most residential septic tanks in the U.S. are 1,000 to 1,500,000 gallons. They are 8 to 10 feet long, 4 to 6 feet wide, and 4 to 6 feet deep. They're usually rectangular, made from concrete, fiberglass, or plastic, and they're divided into two compartments. Yes, is the answer that they give me. An adult body physically can fit into a septic tank. Oh my God, I feel sick. They said a few important clarifications. Septic tanks are confined spaces, not open rooms. Access opening manholes are usually 18 to 24 inches wide, which limits what can pass through without major disturbance. Tanks are typically partially filled with liquid and sludge. So while the internal volume is large enough, access and conditions make it neither simple nor realistic without obvious signs of interference. They say here, why does this question come up? Because, of course, it appears that people are asking about this on TikTok and asking about it, right? So they say, why does this come up? People usually ask this because crime documentaries and podcasts, TV shows exaggerating disposal myths, confusion between septic tanks and sewer lines, high profile missing persons cases where rumors spiral. In real investigations, septic tanks are checked early, professionally searched, and ruled out quickly in most cases. Okay, that's all I got. The man was going into on news. What man? What man, boo? Someone would need heavy equipment to get to the septic tank. Okay, thank you so much, Denise Ann. Are septic tanks common in Arizona? I'm from Vegas. We don't use those. If someone put a person in there, it would release all the water and flood the property. Okay, thank you, boo. The news had a picture of officer going into tank on property. When? Today? Last week? When? Do you know when, Valley Girl? When did they have that? When did the news have that? You see, you should know if you have a septic tank on your property, lady. I guess I'll have to go out there and look. But no, I ain't never seen one. So I guess I don't have one. Thank you, Miss Susie. Thank you, boo. Appreciate you. Thank you, Valley Girl. Okay. That's what my research just said too. She said Denise Anstey, my husband, is a waste water engineer. He says the ground will be torn up. Yeah, because they said this stuff will back up. Okay. Jesus Christ. This is too much. This is too much. Okay, then I must not be septic then. Okay. Now I do have a manhole in the front of my house. Is that what that is? I don't know. I ain't no engineer. Now I do got a hole. You know what I'm saying? One of those manholes in the front of my yard. Is that? But I don't have no block or no square as I showed in those pictures. Shh. So he's saying his stuff is overheating. Probably what he needs to do is buy one of them reflective umbrellas for his camera and his I mean his he needs to get proper equipment so his stuff don't be heating up like that. Me too. I want to know too, Megan. Oh, I'm supposed to be out the house. That's where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be out the house. And I'm sitting up in here and get this notice from this person. Probably because when you do a search, and I was searching for something else about her case, and then I did a video of it, then they probably was like, okay, you interested in it. Let me change your algorithm and bring up the stuff that's going on, which is why he came up in my algorithm. Okay. He didn't came up all in my algorithm. But I got some stuff I got to do. Can't be going out ashy. Y'all, I'm on edge. I feel like I'm on edge. When I was talking about it, I felt nauseated. Please find this woman. So I'm telling y'all, this is reminding me of the little girl. Oh my God, where everybody just was on edge and looking and talking. And then, they find her little body and a freaking boyfriend. Like, this reminds me so much of that case where you want to look away. You want to go with your daily life. You want to do what you got to do with the whoop whoop and the boop boop boop. And then all of a sudden, this stuff just takes over your whole life. What you saying, boo? Nancy's other daughter is a poet and her husband is a teacher. They just bought a $659,000 house. I hate to even think that. Yeah, me too. Septic tanks are usually found in the country, and that is where your waste went. Okay, thank you, boo. Auntie, have you been to the farmer's market yet? No, no. Okay. Candy said you cannot remove a pacemaker like that. That means they're looking for a body. Auntie, Google officer going into manhole on property. No, I don't want to see that. No, I don't have a stomach for that. No, I don't. They come and clean it out. They come and clean it out. You have to get pumped and cleaned out. Why are they back out there? Didn't they scour? I mean, like under an investigation like this, wouldn't you scour? Yeah, I gotta bring this stuff up. Scour the whole property, like even if it took you hours and hours, wouldn't you do most of this then? Oh my God, I gotta pin my hair up. I'm so stressed out that just the touching of my hair on me is irritating the dog because I want to know when we bringing Nancy home. We need to bring Nancy home. We gotta put a period in this. It's time for Nancy to come home. This has been too many days, too long. Nancy don't have her medicine. It's time to bring Nancy home. I hate money. Money is the root of all evil. If it wasn't for money, this lady would be home eating lunch. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil because money answers everything, right? It's the love of money or people just being ugly and vindictive or nasty. Like, we don't know what the motive is yet, right? I don't know. Y'all, thank you for joining me. I'm hoping that y'all looking at her. I mean, at him. Um, he is just sitting the camera out there right now. He's in the shade. We're looking at the back of a truck. We don't know what's going on, but we need Nancy to come home. Denise said, I wonder why they don't have a big search team searching the area. I'm stressed out about Nancy. No 84-year-old woman should be going through this. Absolutely. This is heartbreaking. I've been following it from the jump. And that came from C with the 413. Okay, boo. Thank you, boo. Thank you for being here. Money isn't the root of all evil. It's the love of money. Yeah, that's what I just said. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. Because money answereth all, everything. I need to get something to put my hair up. I'm so stressed out. I don't even want it to touch like my neck or anything. I'm just like frazzled, as y'all can see. I don't like to be out on camera frazzled. But I was wondering whether or not y'all was checking this. Like, this got me frazzled than a mother. Okay. I can't even find a scrunchie if it was sitting right up in front of my face. I'm so frazzled about Miss Nancy. This is terrible. This is terrible. Because this could be anybody, mama and daddy. I'm just wondering why the search, I'm not saying it wasn't, but why the search in that area wasn't done earlier, right? You check every hole and every crevice, right? You check everything. This must be what this guy, JLR, this must be what he do for a living, because who got time to be out there filming all day? No, I ain't having no sensory issues. I'm just wanting the woman to be found. It's just, it's unfortunate and it's sad that you. Now they talking about her having electrical work done in her house in January. I know that they were earlier. They were up on the roof again. I don't know whether or not they were able to find some other cameras or whatever. At this point, people are just doing what people do when it comes down to crime and mysteries and stuff like that. They speculate and come up with all kinds of ideas and stuff like that based off very little information. I don't believe, and I don't feel personally that they have given us a lot of information to go off of, if that makes any sense to y'all. I feel like they have just kind of been dripping the information out, which is why I understand, right, why they do that, right? Because people be, having all these different wild thoughts. And at the end of the day, I just want Miss Nancy to be brought home. um this is just too long, especially if she's on medication, like they saying she's on medication. We don't know, what kind of medication she's on. Only the family would know that, but she needs her medication. I think if it was planned out better, right? Okay, let's say in a perfect world, and it was planned out better, that I would see somebody taking the medicine with them. maybe they didn't take her medicine, didn't allow her medicine because they was like, okay, then it's going to look like it was planned. But it just seemed like it was poorly planned. Whatever is going on with Miss Nancy was poorly planned. That's my opinion about it. Yeah, right. Exactly. Okay, what you saying? He is an ex-con who chose YouTube and his experience to create investigative channel. Oh, that's who this guy is? JLR? That's who he is? Okay, I don't know nothing about him. He popped up probably because he was in my algorithm because of my search. I'm gonna turn it off because right now it's nothing going on. There's nothing going on that it's just a camera sitting. A lot of speculations, a lot of people watching. Um, I want something concrete because my nerves can't handle it. Because I think about, if something would have happened to me like that, my child would be on pins and needles and want me to come home. And, the one thing about the mind, it will make up all kinds of shit, right? In order to function correctly. And this is just sad that this woman has worked all her life, raised her kids, watched her children be successful, and then this happens. Okay, but you saying, but he started with the Carly Russell case, and his channel has grown since then. Oh, that's great. Okay, Marley, you see he did what now? He helped mess up the Summer Wills case. How did he do that? And who was Summer Wills? Let me look that up. Y'all know I gotta look it up. When y'all drop stuff down there, I gotta look that up. Who's the Summer Will? Who? Okay. What is the Summer Wills case? The Summer Wills case involves the unsolved June 15, 2021 disappearance of a 5-year-old girl from her rural Hawkins County, Tennessee home. Despite massive searches and an active Amber Alert, Summer remains, oh my God, missing after more than 4 years, with authorities still investigating tips and exploring potential leads as late as 2025. Summer was reported missing from her home on Ben Hill Road in Rogersville at approximately 6:30 p.m. on the 15th of June. Her parents reported she vanished while playing, and her father has expressed belief that she was abducted. So how did he mess up that case? What you saying, Chi Chi Young? I'm starting to really believe people are right about her interviews. Why else would some single out Savannah Guthrie's mother? So bizarre. This is connected to those files. What files? What files? What files? What files? Did somebody say he interviewing somebody? Let me see. He's interviewing somebody, y'all. What, are y'all kidding me? For real? Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete those comments, right? Because I don't want them. But I thank y'all so much for putting them in there. But I want this whole name out my okay. So don't be offended. I just don't want to be affiliated or associated with that. Okay. Thank y'all for letting me know. Okay. I appreciate it. But I'm gonna take that out. Okay, because I don't want nobody thinking that that's what we interested in that over here. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't want my channel to be surrounded, um, or even affiliated with that, because that's not what I do. So I'm gonna take the name out. Okay, y'all. Mm-mm, no, I want that over here because that'll change the whole algorithm of my channel. Thank y'all for letting me know that. Thank you. With the algorithm. No offense. Okay. Let me take this out too. Oh, it's you. You don't have to apologize. Y'all don't have to apologize. Y'all didn't know. Y'all didn't know. You wouldn't know. Okay. So don't worry about that. No need to apologize. No need to apologize, y'all. Just don't want the algorithm of my channel changing. Oh, you believe the family is acting? That's different. Hey, Tamika. Who's interviewing the neighbors? What time is it? Y'all, I gotta go. I apologize. Y'all go out and check him out, see what he's talking about, and I'll come back and we'll talk about it. Um, hey, just Jamie. Hey, boo. Okay, you sent me a video on Insta, Megan. Okay. I got your info boo. Thank you so much. I see from Megan, I see that. Thank you, y'all. This is just so it is just Jamie, it is a septic tank. Why are they at a septic tank? Let me see if I can find where you are. Let me turn him off. Because at this point he just outside speculating. Oh, okay. So Fox 5 is showing footage. But what is Fox 5 saying? So Fox 5 is showing a drone's look at the police officers on the grounds at Nancy's house. But I don't see no septic tank. There's a manhole. There's a guy. Fox is showing a guy with a pole. So this is what Fox News is just showing right now, y'all. They're walking the property. This is live right now on Fox 5. They have a drone that looks like it's following him. She got a big property. Oh, look at how big and pretty that house is. Okay, so here we go. This is the car. The drone is him on the property. Look how much land that is. This is a house. Just when you be thinking you got property, honey, people be having property out there. Yang, yang. I couldn't even manage that much property. I could barely manage mine. I have to have somebody come and cut my grass. I don't even do none of that, y'all. I plant a few um flowers and trees, but okay. Me too. I don't see a septic tank. It's so wild because this is bringing everybody together. This is people who are into crime and crime stories and stuff like that. Because y'all know I'm into crime stories and stuff. I keep saying I'm going to be doing a video on the Vicky White case. We're going to go back over that and where are they now or where is he now? Okay. Um, I want to go back and start talking about some of the cases that are going on TikTok and some of the ones that's going on Facebook. Um, like the guy Dro that was tragically found in the road. all of the things that's been going on with the mother, the stepmother, the cousin, the daddy. Like it's so much going on in that you can't make heads or tails of it. This is the couple who had the Christmas Eve cabin vacation, and they allegedly got in a car together, and child, next thing you know, he found on the side of the road, passed out. um I'm just like, what in is going on with that? It has been so much going on, and people speculating. That is one thing about true crime that I have learned from just watching it and paying attention to some of the cases, like Gabby Petito. I've watched that one. And with crime stories and stuff like that, there are so many different routes that you could go down to kind of try to figure out what the fuck is going on. Like what's going on. People see things based on what is in their database, what they have experienced in their lives, right? And I'm standing on the outside, right? And I'm looking in, and I ask myself questions instead of coming to conclusions, if that makes sense, y'all. Because you don't know. I mean, a story can change, and it's changed so many different ways. I think with the Gabby Petito, I had to back up off of that because I was like, she's so young. She went out with this guy, and it just made me think of women who are in relationships where there's DV in the relationships, and they believe that it's going to get better instead of getting worse. When you are in a relationship with somebody who's controlling and all of that kind of stuff, right? You got to know that it's just time for me to get out. Okay, you ain't get a oh my god, you didn't get a notification. Hey, boom. And I have been in those shoes before, and when I talk about it, I get a lot of criticism. I feel like not a lot, but some pushback, because my thing is, once you see it in your relationship, you have to immediately get out. And I know that some women feel like I'm not in a position to do that. I'm dependent on this person. You know what I mean? But for me, I'm just like, okay, so then what's the alternative of not getting out? The alternative of not getting out is that it's going to get worse. Um, Excuse me. So the first time that he put the pause on me, he was in a jumpsuit the next time I saw him. Because I don't believe that things get better in those type of things. And this girl was already having issues with him. And while you feel sorry for him, because I feel sorry for her because she was so young. And then when you're going through those kind of relationships, you get used to hiding for your partner because you don't want people to judge you don't want people to judge them, you don't want people's mouth on it, so you get into a pattern of hiding stuff that you're going through, right? I ain't gonna hide nothing for you. I'm not gonna hide anything for you. But I know that that is a pattern, whether or not it is a man or a woman. People learn how to hide. And even when she was on the road and she was crying and stuff like that, I will never forget that case. I never talked about that case because it just bothered me so much in my heart. I mean, she was so young, had so much life, wanted to go out there, be a content creator, live her life, but she had this man who was controlling, I think jealous of her, just didn't respect her for the person that she was, wanted to bring her down. And just the heartless way that he killed her, like, and then he couldn't even take the heat of it. And I truly believed at the time, right? It was my opinion that the parents play a very pivotal, like that Gabby Petito case. I had to suffer by myself because I was like, how do I talk about this from my perspective? How do I talk about this from my perspective? Because it's so subjective, right? Crime stories and stuff like that are so subjective. Like even with this one, I think that all of us have probably come to a conclusion of our own. And while I may think that mine is right, 50 other different people have 50 other different ideas about what they think is happening. Is it doesn't make any of us right or wrong, right, until we get the facts. And even then it doesn't mean that some of the things that we thought right are the truth. With this particular case, it doesn't make sense to me that you will go to an online query or go to a channel, type in if you have questions or whatever, and then you coming up with this ransom boot. Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. If this is something that you don't want notoriety, or you don't want, I don't know how to explain it, but why aren't you going to the family? Why are you putting this in there? Why is TMZ the person that you're communicating with, unless you just want some type of credit, you want to be seen in some kind of way? Like, this is a sick game to play at the expense of people. And then, for the I had read earlier, y'all go back and read ball. I had read earlier as to why, there was an issue with this lady. Um, Saying that the brother-in-law, right, a lot of people are mad with her because she said she was the one, I believe, allegedly, who put it out there first that the brother was a suspect, right? And so a lot of people are getting backlash from that. I mean, she's getting backlash from a lot of people because she said that. And the thing about it is, when you get sources right, I think that people say, okay, I had a reliable source. A reliable source told me X, Y, and Z. But how reliable is a reliable source? Right. Why TMZ? Oh, y'all ain't get a notification. I was out here. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Just Jamie said, I was under the impression that the Guthrie family was posted up at Annie's house as their home base. But last night, somebody named Brian said they weren't there last night. Where are they? I mean, happy Sunday, boo. Happy Sunday. You would like to get my insight on Gabby? Y'all let me know. If it's enough for y'all to say it, y'all let me know. And I will come out and talk about how I felt about that whole thing. I sat back in the cut and I just kind of watched everything, but I really had a lot to say about that. And about other women who may be going through the same thing that Gabby was going through. I know we're not talking about Gabby right now, but I don't know how I ended up going there, but I saw so many things that I really wanted to say about the whole situation and how things played out, how things should have been played out. I think that sometimes you detectives and stuff like that narrow in on things that don't need to be narrowed in on. They should have been got his. He should have been not free to be up in that home, because we see what happened and we knew, a lot of us knew what was going to happen. And all of a sudden, the parents are able to pinpoint. It just was too much. It was too. Then I just found out the story on Netflix. Was it Netflix? Because my daughter was like, Mom, I can't believe you ain't know nothing about that. About this woman that's been sitting out there. What is the goddamn show? Hold on. What is that daggone show that's on Netflix? I want to talk about that too. And we can do that. Yeah, y'all be with me and don't make me feel like I'm wasting my time. We absolutely can talk about crime stories because that's your auntie's judge. So hold on, let me find out what the name of this movie is that's downtown on the Netflix that I was looking at. It need to be showing me what I just looked at. Okay, so let me go to that section. Where's the goddamn? Let me find it, y'all. Why it's not showing me what I looked at? Hold on. Where's the goddamn? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna find this daggone thing. Evil influencer. The Jody Hildebrandt story. No, they say that he has taken down his social media, and I'm sure he has, and I'm sure I will have too, with all the harassment and the accusations coming out there without all the facts being out there. I believe that he has started getting harassed. Not to say, you know what I'm saying? I mean, people be going crazy. People go crazy. So I don't blame him. He's been out of sight. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. The Jody Hildebrandt story I just looked at. I didn't even know all this stuff was going on downtown to the YouTube. And I'm always concerned when I see little kids being used as content for people. I'm concerned about it when I see people using kids for content on Instagram. I'm so concerned about that because I'm thinking you staying in your little pod of friends. Nah, and they put too much information out. They had their children's certificates with what grade they in, their full legal name. I'm like, what the is wrong with people? But these people were totally different in the Jody Hildebrandt story because with this freaking story, they was basically treating the kids like it's just unbelievable that the little boy, and I believe that this in Arizona too, y'all. Let me see if this was no, this was in Utah. They were in Utah. And the little boy's knocking. I don't know if y'all have seen that, but we can talk about that. But the little boy is knocking on the neighbor's door with duct tape around him. The f- is going on? They haven't found her that I know of. Y'all let me know. Child, it's called The Evil Influencers, the Jody Hildebrand story. They were in Utah, and honey, so I see I'm gonna have to start talking about this stuff with y'all on Auntie's Advice Lifestyle Podcast.
Hey guys, it's me, Keisha, and I'm
okay, I don't know how in the world stuff just
starts.
starts. See how stuff just start? She talks about Real Housewives. Why is that coming up? I was on Fox 5 looking. Right, she has not been found. Yes! No, it was in Utah. Yes! You're welcome, Jude. Yo, we need to talk about that. Like, some people will fall for anything. And then all of a sudden, when they separate y'all, here's the thing that tripped me out about that particular case. And then I'm going to get up out of here because I got a lot I got to do. What tripped me out about that particular case is that all this bullcrap that this lady was talking, get all y'all women to leave y'all husbands, put y'all husbands out and tell you how to treat your kids, religious in the church, all that crap, separate you and your family, and then come move up in your house, and now we sleeping with each other, allegedly. The fuck is going on? So you didn't see the hypocrisy? I'ma remember what you said, and I'ma line it up with what you do. So here, this woman is talking all this religious stuff, got all these men to leave their families. And this supposed to be good for the family? Who believes that? Did we find out that the kids are sleeping on the floor? Y'all, my daughter was talking to me about one of the points about the little boy who he had pulled a stunt, just a little kid stunt on his brother. And the next thing you know, he's sleeping on the motherfucking floor. And this is a woman who wants reunification and can tell me, first of all, are you going to tell me how to raise a family and you ain't never raised one? How you going to tell me about marriage and you ain't never been? Now, I'm not saying you may not have some institutional knowledge, but real life applicable knowledge that you've done this in your house and this is how this worked in your house. You've done this in your relationship. And you. And exactly. And then to find out that they alleged that the two of them was together and the kids didn't think nothing weird about daddy moving out and this moving in. And people believe it. If you don't get the fuck out my face. Exactly. But where's her husband and all of that? I know she had two kids. They don't bunk with her. So that's what I'm saying. You ain't even an example of the shit you trying to tell me to do and be. But if you come out with the right persona and you have on the right stuff and you talk the right things and you act like and look like, you're professional and all that, people will buy that. They'll buy it. I'm hoping that they find Miss Nancy. I think that they are narrowing in on this, y'all. I swear, I hope they find that woman and I hope they find her alive. I hope that the kids get to spend the rest of their mother days out with her. Like, that's horrible. I'm so invested in this woman coming home. I don't know why, but I just am. And I thank y'all for going on this journey with me, y'all. I swear I do. Because you be wanting to talk to somebody about it and people don't be understanding, right? They don't understand. Unless you into stuff like this, people don't understand how you just get obsessed in your whole life. Trust and believe, where I'm going, I'm gonna have my phone hooked up in my car, be listening to everything, every podcast, every report about what is going on with her. I thank y'all for putting real comments down in there, letting me know, what's going on. I'm just like, bring Nancy home. Bring her home. I wish that I had the time to sit up and do stuff like this, to travel and do true crime. I wish I had the time to travel and just get into people's business and stuff like that, but I don't, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, Latoya, you got a safe home here. Okay, you can come and come and ramble with us. What you saying, boo? You don't think she's alive? Oh, child, so was I. That's why I got up this morning and did a coffee, a crime and coffee, and a coffee and crime. Because I'm telling you, I've been obsessed with this, and I was like, and I'm gonna talk about it. I'm finally going to jump out there and talk about it. Because there's so many cases that I wanted to get my butt involved in, and I didn't, because I didn't feel like I had the audience to do it with. But I'm going to tell you right now, I got the audience. Y'all have proven to me it's 1,800, and y'all have proven to me that I got the audience. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know, because I have been wanting to really start my true crime. I want to know what happened to people. Where are they at now? Where are they now? Where are they? What is Gabby Petito's family doing now? What is Brian Laundrie's family doing now? Now that everything is out of the limelight, what the are they doing now? Is his parents, are they still normal when they go to the grocery store? Like, what the is going on now? Because for families, cases don't stop when they get solved. They don't stop when they get solved. I want to know what the is going on now. What are they doing on social media? Are they keeping the person's name alive? Like, what the is going on? I want to know. We'll be back. Let me go out here and do what I got to do. I'm hours behind my daggone schedule messing with y'all. What'd you say, boo? I am obsessed with it too, watching since her disappearance. Yeah, like, what happened? And that's the thing about the news cycle. It just switches so fast. It'll be on to something else. I love y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day. Don't forget to hype the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. I love y'all. And until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets and in the water. Thank you, Jesse. Bye, y'all.